My name is Jerard Boseman. I go by Rardy, and my group is the P.L.U.T.O.S. It stands for Pimps Like Us Take Over. We have a Facebook page. You can find us. It's actually Plutos. There's a period after every letter. And we also have a Twitter page. It's at Plutos Are We. We have a website. It's called thespacejams.com. And because Michael Jordan owns everything that's like directly correlated with Space Jams, we have to go in there and we have to change a few things. So it's THESP 8, the number 8, CEJAMZ.com. So that's pretty much, everything that I'm working on right now. We have a few shows coming up. We're doing 6 shows. We're doing a show in Klamath Falls, Portland, at the Whiskey Bar. We're doing Seattle, 2 shows. We're doing a show in Bellingham at the Wild Buffalo. We're doing a show with Levi, Are You Yeti? And we're doing another show with Levi, which is called the Green Call Campout. So we have a pretty decent schedule coming up for the summer. So it should be fun.
Alright, so we're here on the LyonPride Music Party Bus for an interview on Hemp Day Wednesday, which is every Wednesday at Jazzbones on 6th Ave in Tacoma with Jerard from P.L.U.T.O.S. So how are you feeling about your performance tonight?
Man, I really think just basically tonight I was able to get a lot of my basic points out about my music. Like, some of the music that I make obviously is going to be party music for my generation, the demographic of, let's say, between 16 and let's say 25, but I do have some conscious rap where it's for an older crowd, people who actually listen to lyrics, something that might actually pick your brain, and those songs are the songs that I chose to do tonight, and I actually kind of got people who were kind of sitting on the side to actually come and participate in the show. So it kind of gave me a good feeling inside that I did not do such a bad job. I wish personally that I could have done better, but that's just life. You live and you learn. So
yeah. So what got you started in the music?
My great grandfather is Fats Domino, and he has 3 Grammys. So that's kind of what basically got me started into music. Just basically living in New Orleans, going to his house, and sitting. My most vivid memories of his house are just sitting on the tiles that he had in his house, and we play rock teacher, and it's basically where you take a rock and you put it in your hands, and someone is the teacher, and they come and they pick, and you put your hands like this, and the person picks, and if they don't have the rock in that hand, you stay there. If they do, you open your hand up and they take the pebble out, and you move forward a block, and then they go to the next person. Whoever reaches the end becomes the person who becomes the teacher next. I don't know if I explained that correctly, but that's just kind of the way that I would explain it. And while we were playing that game, most of the time Fats would be there, and he would just be on the piano, just grooving on it. So I kind of picked up a few things on the piano from him, and that's kind of been my musical inspiration thus far, is just being able to be around people who create music is what kind of has gotten me into it so much. So
how are you feeling about your chances for Seattle Hempfest?
Man, Levi told me that there's only 9 spots for hip-hop, so basically just listening to the guys who have performed, and having the opportunity to kind of comprehend some of the things that they're talking about, I think that basically this is a better way that I can state this. Today I kicked my feet up, sat back and watched the news. Never nothing new. Violence, drugs, politics, always the same tune. That shit just made me think, should I have kids or are they doomed? Living in this crazy world where it's either be consumed. Vacuum, they try to suck us in through the tube to disguise the issues. So you pickle fucked us up more, Scarface of drug-inspired cartoons. All I see is a bunch of dreadhead rappers that ain't down for the cause. This is my message, y'all pick up a book, go read the 48 Laws. Sometimes I wonder if anybody listens to my stories, or do they all think that I'm just rapping for the glory? Realistically, I'm trying to change the path that's laid before me. See, cause I used to call a woman a bitch instead of a name like Tory. Well, age is sugar wisdom instead of increase your mother's worries. That's why me and my brothers mastermind a master plan to manipulate the multiple misled in many states to stop the massive hate. My mentor, Pac, my thought methods learned me it ain't about black or white because we're human. I hope we see the light before it's ruined. My ghetto gospel. That's, I think,
Holy crap, that was awesome.
what I feel can kind of help me out a little bit.
So you feel like the direction of um, rap, hip hop, and R&B, like that kind of music, like is a little misguided
Yeah, I
as
definitely
of late,
feel
maybe.
it is misguided as of lately. There are a few artists. I
Yeah,
shouldn't say a few. There are a lot of artists that actually talk about things that are kind of relevant to today. Besides talking about their own life or their own personal experiences, which is always good. Like I would never knock anybody's music, but I just feel like when you're getting down to like the Bob Dylans and the Beatles, the influential people who have like kind of separated themselves from everyone else and become into a class of their own. They're talking about real issues that go on today. So it's something that like either you want to live for today and receive a paycheck where you're a one-hit wonder and you make $1 million, or do you want to separate yourself and be the guy that's kind of ridiculed because you're talking about real issues, but in the long run, when people take the time to sit down and listen to it, they actually understand the things that you're saying, and it lives for a lot longer than it would if you were just rapping about money, hoes, cash, clothes. That's a famous Jay-Z song, so I had to.
Yeah. So like you got like your Macklemore, and you got I can't remember the name of the group, but there's a group where they kind of have like a ragtime rap beat behind it all, and they got like kind of like a deeply political message, and it's like they speak about what's true to them.
Is that the Black Hippies?
No, I seriously it's just escaped my mind right now, but
I do love Macklemore though, and I personally I buy music, so it's kind of like for me, a lot of my friends they illegally download music, and because I kind of go out and buy music, I get on their heads a lot about it because I just feel like if I'm gonna buy music myself, being an artist, maybe someone else will have the opportunity to buy my music as opposed to illegally download it. Because granted, musicians make millions of dollars, but the ones who are the good musicians, they actually give a lot of that money back. Well, not a lot of it, but they give a portion of it back to kind of stimulate the economy and also build the community that they came from and the people that helped them. So, I feel trying to make the right decisions.
Yeah, I think like as of late, because like oh gosh, in high school and middle school, of course, everyone was just like downloading music. But as of late, it's kind of like like go to the shows, and if you don't buy the music, it's usually kind of like for me, it's musician just like hands it to me directly and go, listen to this,
right,
or like feature this on something, or
right.
and then I'll try and give back the ways that I can, either go to their shows or tell people like, oh, go check this out.
Right.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a perfect way to do it, man. Like if I could get people to come out to my shows, or buy my music, I would much rather have them come out to my shows to actually get the experience. But like that new commercial that's going around now, like I really like so like buy my music and come to my show, as opposed to like sweet or sour. Like I wouldn't want chicken to be sweet or sour. I want it to be sweet and sour. It's kind of like the perfect combination, but you don't always get what you want. So.
What would you think is like one of the hardest moments in your music career?
Man, the hardest moment that I would say, it doesn't necessarily kind of end up being one moment. It actually ends up being like every day, like getting up, saying like, okay, this is what I want to do, and you don't really have anybody like pushing it, you to do these things. It's kind of like dependent on yourself to like you say, okay, I'm gonna wake up every day at let's say 8 o'clock, and I'm gonna call these venues, to try to book shows like venues that are on the East Coast. You kind of have to wake up a little bit earlier for them because we live on the West Coast. So it's kind of like that commitment. I think that's the hardest thing. Like because every day there's something to do. Like we live in America. Like if we were in a third world country, obviously I would have time to just sit around and just play music because I have the jungle surrounded. But here, like there's a group of girls every weekend who are like, yeah, let's fucking go out and rage. So it's kind of difficult to kind of fit in with that and into my schedule. But I've learned that if you want to do something, you have to do what you like, have to do first in order to do what you want to do. So it's kind of something that I've learned, that the commitment is the biggest thing. So loyalty is another thing. So.
Yep, like loyalty to your fans and loyalty to yourself.
Right.
That commitment.
Right. Exactly.
Yep.
Those are the exact things that I'm talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. Then what, if that's like the hardest thing, what would be like one of the best things about music?
Man, the best things about music is like even this interview right here. Like this is like one of the first interviews that I've done like after a show. So like I really like I thank you for this opportunity.
Oh, you're
And
welcome.
the best thing to me is like when you're performing, like obviously if you make a CD and you put it out and people hear it and you get like X amount of listens to it on YouTube. Like say like we just released a song on YouTube, it got 200,000 views. That's really exhilarating to say the least. Like it kind of makes you feel good. Like okay, people are listening to my music. You get a few likes on Instagram. I mean not Instagram. YouTube, and you're like, okay, people actually like it. They're not disliking it. So you feel good about those things. But what really like keeps me doing music is the actual like people that are like there, like present. So if I'm doing a show and I'm like having people stand up against the wall, I feel like as a musician and as an artist, I'm not necessarily doing my job, and I'm not conveying the right message to those people. And like I feel like the best reward of all is having those people like come and unite at the stage. And like I feel like music is this like thing where like math is a universal language. And it doesn't matter if you speak Chinese or if you speak Japanese or if you speak English. If I come to you with 2 plus 2, you'll know that it equals 4. Music is the exact same way. If I play Michael Jackson Thriller CD, which is the most bought CD of all time, 90 times diamond, or 90 times platinum, 9 times diamond, right?
Got that on record.
On vinyl, right?
Yeah, on vinyl.
So like that album right there, if I play that to pretty much majority of the population in the world today, 7.4 billion people. If I play that to them, they'll listen to it and they'll be like, without saying a word to anyone else, you'll kind of just, have the energy of the music and you'll just be feeling it. And I feel like that's what music does. It brings people together who are from different backgrounds, different cultural, aspects of their life. It brings them all together and it gives them that opportunity to be like, this is something that, is uplifting. It's something that, gives a feel that just talking to a person wouldn't be able to get out of them. So that's definitely, I think, my most pleasurable thing about music.
Oh, so I read up on the musicians that were playing or supposed to play tonight, and were you supposed to play last month? I think it was like right before I started with LyonPride.
Yeah. Basically, I would never want to bash anybody. Myself and Jabari, we did a gig, and we were obviously supposed to perform at 10 o'clock. And because the guy who was the sound guy told me that I wouldn't be able to use my computer, it kind of messed everything up. But I take that as my fault personally because I should have probably had a CD and just been ready to go for any means. That's just something that comes with the territory. You learn from your mistakes. So it's something that kind of has helped me. In the future, I will never just have one option to play my music. I will have multiple different venue or aspects. Like I have a USB drive with me right now, and I have 2 CDs just in case that CD that I gave to him didn't work. Just because, like you never know what could happen. And I feel like the fact that that show didn't go as planned, it kind of could have been detrimental to everything because kind of afterwards I exploded a little bit, which was something that you don't necessarily do. But I was just so like enthused the fact that we had people here, people wanted to see the show, and I didn't get the opportunity to like show them like this is why you're supporting me. That kind of hurt me more than not even being able to do the show. It was just like I'm letting these people down, and I generally I that's something I don't want to do. I don't want to let anyone down. Like I would much rather like have you think that I'm going to do much lower than I'm going to do and exceed your expectations. So that's kind of the way that show went. So
yeah. Well, if anyone was walking into tonight with lower expectations because of that, I'm pretty sure they had they had that blown away.
Right. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Did really good. I feel under the weather today, so I step out, sit in my car, kind of just, but I could still hear you.
Right.
And but I was really good.
Thank you. I appreciate it very much.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. This is why I do music, just to be able to touch people. So just that right there has helped me miles more than I can even explain with words. So.
All right. Well, so you're gonna be at the Are You Yeti at Sasquatch?
Yes, sir, I will.
Awesome. So you can find Jerard of P.L.U.T.O.S at Are You Yeti, which is the camp out across from the Gorge for Sasquatch, which is next weekend, Memorial Day weekend. What is that? May
25th through the 27th or 28th.
Yeah, so it's Memorial Day weekend. Well, if you get there early for the setup and everything, that's Thursday night. But if you're there for the big event, it's the 25th through that Sunday. Yeah, Friday through Sunday. So find
it's Monday, I believe. Also, Monday is Memorial Day.
Ah.
So I think Monday's the last day.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you can find Jerard there. Is the whole P.L.U.T.O.S gonna be there?
Yeah, we should have everyone out there.
Awesome. Everyone will be there. You'll find LyonPride Music there as well. Come check out the campgrounds. Tickets are $20 at the gate entry, and then $5 for camping. And there's gonna be a big show, big after party, and you can go right down the road to Sasquatch. So, anything else you want to say?
I just want to say, rock out with your fucking cock out, and always remember you can do anything that you put your mind to, as long as you do it. That's my last words for the world.
Words of wisdom, people. The only thing standing in your way is yourselves and other
Exactly.
people. And once you realize that, unlock your full potential.
Yes, sir.
Like Jerard here.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And me as well. He thought I was like 26. I'm actually 19. And here I am with a packed summer in front of me.
Yeah.
So, sky's the limit.
Sky is the limit.
Keep on watching LyonPride Music Party Bus interviews. Go download the app if you have not done it yet.
Yes.
It is available. There are flyers and, internet PDF, or not PDF, but JPEGs floating around, little pictures. You can scan the QR codes. Download that now. Available on Android and iTunes. Oh, yeah, it's down in the bottom left of that.
Yeah, sorry, I was kind of off. I just wanted to put my face next to something.
So that's the Are You Yeti poster. We'll see you there.
Yes,
we'll
sir.
see you here at Jazzbones on Hemp Day Wednesday for the Seattle 2013 Hempfest Tryouts. And we'll see you at Hempfest. We better see you at all of this. Check it all out. Got some great stuff going on. You all have a great night on the internet.
Fuck you.
Oh, one last thing. Jerard here is going to sign the party bus.
Yes, I am. Rardy, raw all day. Remember that. Pluto's pimps like us take over. I guess I forgot how to write my name. Yes. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
All right.
And we out.